And welcome back once again to the one and only Joe the Shirts Off the Cuff. Welcome back, everybody, indeed. Happy Rosh Hashanah out there to all you buddies, man. All you goyem out there, all my Jews. Happy Rosh Hashanah. Time for shot and a beer. Thus ending my 10-day fast from drinking. No particular reason. I wasn't sick or anything. I wasn't wasn't trying to dry out. Well, in a way I was, but not for not because I overdid it like I normally do. But my girlfriend and I were going on vacation this Saturday. We're going to be in Cancun, Mexico, for a week, and we normally like to either go cold turkey for a week or two, or go cold turkey for a week, and then just have a couple of drinks here and there before we go on vacation. We definitely tone it down because we're going to be in Mexico, and while we're in Mexico, I mean it's just day drinking, afternoon drinking, night drinking, morning drinking, drinking in the shower, drinking at the pool, drinking at the beach, and we know this. It's vacation time, so we really let ourselves, just go a little nuts. And because of this, we scale back the drinking before we go on vacation, so that way, when we get there, at least the first couple of days, it's we'll get a little buzz after just a couple of drinks, so that way we're not pounding, because we don't like the idea of going on vacation and getting sick, all right? Because that's, you go on vacation and then you have a 2-day hangover while you're there. That's not a vacation, all right? So that's what we do. Oh my God! Before we get into today's title topic, Happy Rosh Hashanah, goyem. I'm pretty sure I spelled that wrong, goyem. Let's go cover some celebrity birthdays really quick. Let's say we do that. How are you guys doing out there anyway? Really quick there. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. Summer is almost over. I know officially for a lot of you, summer never really begins or ends, because when you're an adult and you have a job, summer is really kind of meaningless unless you actually take, a little time off, take a little vacation time. And but the kids are back in school. Of course, it's not like it was when back in my day. I mean, it used to be we didn't go back to school till September, the first or second week of September. Now people are going back to school as early as late July, early August. I mean, the old summer doesn't exist anymore. I mean, when I was a kid, it's we were in school till part of the third week in June. And then we'd have the last week in June, we'd be pretty much doing nothing at school if we went to school at all. And then we'd have July, August, and then part of September. Basically, summer used to be a full 2.5 months. Sometimes felt like 3. And now kids are lucky if they get 6 weeks, 5 weeks of summer vacation. And then it's right back to school, because now you got school all fucking year long. Just wrong. My friend Fauna was talking about that not that long ago. It just seems there's a reason, kids are losing their minds and shooting up their schools. I think it's because they don't get enough summer vacation. Oh my God. Celebrity birthdays. Let's see here. If your birthday is September 5th, you share birthdays with Katarina Graham turns 24 years old from The Vampire Diaries. Skandar Keynes, 22 years old from The Chronicles of Narnia. I'm really reaching today, aren't I? Rose McGowan is 40. The one and only Raquel Welch, still looking good at 73 years old, okay? I can only hope my girlfriend looks as good as Raquel Welch does at 73, when she turns 73. Michael Keaton, the first Batman, is 62. Bob Newhart is 84. Good for him. Let's see. Dweezil Zappa is 44 years old. Kathy Guisewhite is 63. You may know her as the author and artist of the very popular comic strip Kathy. Let's see. Carol Lawrence is 81 years old. For a lot of you younger guys out there, you think, who the fuck is Carol Lawrence? Well, she starred in West Side Story, the movie. Frank, and also one of my favorites from radio is talk show host Frank Kramer is 43 years old today as well. He's part of the radio show here in Los Angeles, Heidi and Frank. It's one of my favorites. I listen to it as much as I can. I even pay the $5 a month to catch their video feed, which is always a gang of fun. I'll have it in the background a lot of times when I'm like cleaning the house or waking up or like, just going through my emails. It's a really, really good show. It's worth checking out sometime. They had last week. It was a great show. They did their drinking show, which is a very old concept in radio, where they bring in a couple of cops and they drink throughout the show, and they take breathalyzers and they have the cops observe them and give them sobriety tests so that they can show you that just a couple of drinks can seriously impair your ability to drive, make good decisions. And sure enough, at one point they were blowing like a 0.21 or something like that. Like they were like super duper drunk. They were both slurring their words. Like being very inappropriate with the cops. It was just really, really funny. I think I'm going to do that sometime. I'm going to go a few days sober. I think probably when I come back from vacation, I'm going to go a couple of days sober. I'm probably going to need it after vacation, and I'm going to have somebody here. I'm going to see if I can get one of those breathalyzer tests from like the local drugstores. We'll sell them for like $30, $40, but I'm going to get one of those, and I'm going to have somebody here with me to assist me to keep my shit together, hopefully. And I'm going to be drinking, and I'm going to be taking breathalyzer tests, and then we can see the progression or the digression, as the case may be, of how things work out for me. Okay. Also, a late happy birthday for my good friend Craig Ryteicher, Craig the Rye Tie, my tie. Turned 35 years old this past Sunday, September 1st, excuse me. He's 35 years old. He is actually older now than I was when he met me. Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah. So that's cool. It's interesting watching your friends who are significantly younger than you are start to understand all the shit that you used to talk about, from way back when, because when he met me, I was like, I don't know, I think it was like 30, I was like 33, 34 years old, something like that, and now he's 35, and he's starting to understand a lot of the stuff that I've talked about, from when I was that age. He used to think I was just complaining because I like to complain and bitching because I like to bitch. Which I could see that, I do like to bitch. It's what I do. But now he's getting it. I remember I used to, when I was about 26, 27 years old, I lived with a couple of guys in Westwood here in Los Angeles. And these guys were both like 21 years old, and I was like 27, 26, 27 years old. And they would make fun of me because I grew up in the 80s, and they would ask me shit like, so Joe, was high school really like a John Hughes film? Like Pretty in Pink and bullshit like that. And I'm like, no, you little fuck. It wasn't. I grew up in the Bronx. For my first 3 years in high school, my high school was ranked number 1 in violence for knives, guns, rapes, gangs. Fuck you, all right? Oh, my God. What else we got going on here? Football. Welcome back, football. And just in time for the dickheads over at CBS and Time Warner. The fight they have is over. If you have been suffering with Time Warner and CBS and not getting your shows, mazel tov. TV is back for you just in time for football season. I mean, they really took it to the wire, didn't they? And the reason they did that is because if they didn't fix this problem that they had, CBS wanted more money per subscriber from Time Warner. Originally, they were getting roughly $1 per subscriber, and they wanted a little over $2 per subscriber. And Time Warner was like, fuck you, we didn't want to give it to you. And CBS was like, oh, well, fine, then fuck you. We're not going to give you our shows. And that's what happened, And people that were subscribing to Time Warner, especially those people in Dallas, New York City, and here in Los Angeles, suffered the most. We're talking about 3 million viewers that couldn't get their, The Good Wife. Oh, God, how did you survive? But yeah, but now it is over, and the reason it's over is because of football, to a large extent, because the United States government was not going to let 3 million households representing at least hopefully 3 million voters from not being able to get their fucking football. And today being a great game, Jets Patriots tonight, so everybody's going to be watching that, and everybody, I mean, you can't just, it's one of those things. You know what? If there's a baseball strike, the U.S. government doesn't step in. If there's a hockey strike, the U.S. government doesn't step in. If there's like an NBA problem, the U.S. government doesn't step in. But if you threaten football, you are fucked. And Time Warner and CBS decided they did not want that to happen because once the federal government is up in your grill, they stay up in your grill. They'll give you that bullshit. Well, this is only temporary until we get this settled. No, bullshit. They'll stay there forever like luggage, all right? So, that's done. That's good. So football season, man. I'm not a big football fan, to tell you the truth. I watch football occasionally, usually with friends for fun at the bar or when I have money on the game, But that's really it. I'm 5'8", okay? When I was a kid growing up, if I weighed 150 pounds by the age of 17, that was amazing, okay? I mean, because honestly, I weighed 85 pounds till I was about 14 years old. So, I was not built for football. I'm still not built for football, So, I have a big thing. I don't care for I don't really like to watch any sports that I know I can't play. So I like basketball, love basketball. I can play basketball. I enjoyed hockey. I enjoyed baseball. Soccer, amazingly enough, I'm built for soccer, but I don't like soccer. So there you go. Anyway. So yes, the war is over with them. Let's see, some sad news. Usually I don't talk about deaths in the news, but this is one that I wanted to talk about. Tommy Morrison, not Toni Morrison. That's the writer. Tommy Morrison died, born 1969 to 2013. He was 44 years old. You may be thinking to yourself, who the hell is Tommy Morrison? Well, you may remember him better as Tommy the Machine Gun in Rocky V. He was the young kid that wanted Rocky to train him, and then he was betrayed, and they betrayed Rocky and went with that Don King kind of character in the movie, and then they ended up having a street fight to settle it out. Anyway, whatever. He died, I think it was Sunday he died, of HIV-related causes. He contracted the HIV. He tested positive just before a fight in 1995, excuse me. He was a World Boxing Organization heavyweight champion. He beat George Foreman to get that, and lost it quickly after that. In a quick quote here from Tommy Morrison, quote, "I lived a permissive, fast, and reckless lifestyle," the 27-year-old fighter said. "I hope I can serve as a warning that living this lifestyle can really lead to only one thing, and that's misery. I've never been so stupid in my life. I thought I was bulletproof, and I'm not." Along with this, beyond the positive testing of HIV, Morrison was saddled by numerous legal issues, including a prison sentence that stemmed from weapons, drugs possessions, and drunk driving, all of it overshadowing his work in the ring, which is a damn shame. He finished with a record of 48-3-1 with 42 knockouts. Not bad at all. In any case, we are going to take our first break. Our music today is brought to you by Kerry Haynes. Their first song was Breakin', and this is their second song, Hands to the Sky. I'm Joe the Shirt. I'm off the cuff, and I'll be right back. And welcome back once again to Joe the Shirt's Off the Cuff. That was Hands to the Sky by Kerry Haynes. You know what I really like about this guy's music is, or woman, I don't know what Carrie is here, is that all the songs I've picked are roughly a minute long, so I don't need to cut them off, you know. So, all right, so happy Rosh Hashanah, you goyem. Rosh Hashanah. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, what the fuck is Joe talking about Rosh Hashanah for? What the fuck is Rosh Hashanah? Well, that is for all of you out there who woke up this morning and started thinking to yourselves, hey, where the fuck are all the Jews? I don't see any Jews here. Who's going to do my accounting? Who's going to take care of my kids' teeth? What the hell? I got legal briefs here. What the hell? Not to worry. Rosh Hashanah started yesterday, Wednesday evening, and it will continue until tomorrow, Friday evening. It is the only Jewish holiday. It is one of the high holidays that goes for 2 days, and the only Jewish holiday that occurs during the new moon. I'm throwing out some knowledge at you motherfuckers. Now, as you know, I don't care for any religion, you know, Jews, Catholics, Muslims. I don't give a fuck, Buddhists, Hindus. I don't give a shit. You know, fuck them all. But I do find religion very fascinating stuff. I think it's very interesting stuff, how people, get their belief system going. And I'm a big fan of the Jews. My girlfriend's Jewish. My ex-wife was Jewish. Some of my best friends have been Jewish throughout college and after. When I was a stand-up comedian, a lot of my friends were Jewish, and a lot of your favorite comedians are Jewish too. Hello, Jerry Seinfeld. So you can attribute a lot to the Jews. Jews are good people, just like Muslims are good people, Catholics are good people, and atheists are good people as well. Don't let a person's religion dictate how you treat them, unless they use that religion to fuck you over, which a lot of them will do. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah. Okay, I took notes. Now, the reason I do this is because a lot of times I go out of my way on the show, especially during holidays, to educate us on holidays and why things are occurring. My first real experience with Rosh Hashanah was in college, my freshman year. Because I grew up in the Bronx, New York. I'm Puerto Rican, and I didn't know a lot of Jews in high school other than, say, my teachers. All right? Everybody else, not a Jew. I really had no concept of what a Jew was until I went to college. Because really, there were just that few that I ran into in my daily life in the Bronx, New York. In New York, loads of Jews. Bronx, New York, not as many as you might think. Lots of Jews. No, there really are, but not in my hood, all right? My hood was Puerto Rican, Dominican, Black, Korean, Mexican, but not a lot of Jews. They knew to stay away from us. All right, so Rosh Hashanah is the Jewish New Year. According to the Jews, the year is currently 5774. Year 5774 this is the Jewish New Year. Which is celebrated on the first day of Tishrei, which is the 7th month in the Hebrew calendar, which, by the way, marks the completion of the creation of the world. Okay? So that's a little knowledge for you there. It also commemorates the creation of Adam and Eve, and we all know how well that worked out for everybody. Okay. It's a lot of stuff here. Now, Rosh Hashanah is the beginning of the Jewish high holy days. I mean, the Jews, much like a lot of religions, have loads of holidays, but this is one of the biggies, okay, if not the biggie. Okay, Rosh Hashanah is one of the big high holy. It's like one of the big ones, okay? It's known as Yamim Noraim. I hope I'm saying that right, which means the days of awe, which is followed 10 days later by Yom Kippur, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have also heard of, which is known as the Day of Atonement. Now, Rosh Hashanah is also referred to as the Day of Judgment, when God opens the book of life and decides who gets to live and who gets to die. So it's very Godfatherish in a lot of ways. Now, the time in between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur is seen as an opportunity for Jews to, to repent and ensure a good fate. Ensure a good new year, basically. But they don't use a good, happy new year kind of thing. They use the term, I have a sweet new year. And I'll be getting to that in a little bit. Now, what do the Jews typically do? Well, first they go to synagogue. Actually, no, they don't first go to synagogues. They first buy tickets to go to synagogue, sometimes maybe, using a scalper. Yes, Judaism is one of the few religions I know of where you have to pay to go to church. Now, I don't like fucking going to church for free. Fuck you, I'm going to pay for it, all right? But, the Jews have got a different way of doing things, God bless them. But yes, and I got to tell you, it really is a big deal for a lot of them, because going to the right synagogue, the right temple for the high holidays, it's a status symbol in a lot of ways. How many tickets did you get? Where are you seated? How close to the whatever, the Torah, whatever the fuck, I don't know. But I know it's a big deal. And the closer you get, the better the tickets, the higher your profile is, you get to be seen, and it's a big deal. Exactly to who, I'm not sure, but it is. Now, they go to synagogue and they gather for extended services. They pray from a special prayer book called the Mazor. And then at specific times during... that sound is my dog drinking his water, which he he's been sitting on the fucking sofa for the last 3 hours doing nothing. But now that I'm doing a show, he needs to drink and eat. You're about to hear him crunching his food in just a second. Let's see. Yep, there he goes. And there goes the AC kicking in. I have to keep the AC on because it's hot as hell here in Cali. Anyway, so they read from the Mazor, and at specific times during the services, they blow a ram's horn, like a horn, that kind of thing. And this represents both a literal and spiritual awakening. Let's see, what else we got here? Now, there are a couple of things that you might say to somebody during Rosh Hashanah. Beer. Now, you may say something like, Shana Tova Metuka. Like I said, forgive me if I'm saying that wrong, okay? Shana Tova Matuka. And I'm not doing it the right. I'm sorry. I'm not fluent in. I can't do it. I can't do shana. I can't do it. Okay, so I'm just going to say it like the goyem that I am. Shana tova umatuka, which means a good and sweet new year, at least according to the translation that I found today. And I'll be getting to that as well. Now, another thing that you can say is l'shana tova tikatev utahatem. Again, if I'm saying it wrong, my apologies, which means, according to this, may you be inscribed and sealed for a good year. Now, the one before that, Shana Tova Matuka, a good and sweet new year, there's a symbolic eating of sweets to go with that. Now, among the things that Jews will eat during Rosh Hashanah will be raisin challah, honey cake, pomegranate, and apples dipped in honey. All right? Now, if you're wondering how they came up with this specific time to celebrate this particular holiday, well, the date corresponds to biblical verses. Leviticus 23 through 25, and Numbers 29, 1 through 6, which is a reference to the Festival of Trumpets. Let's see... along with this, they also do a ceremonial throwing of small pieces of bread into water to symbolize the casting out of sins. Like I said, it's pretty fascinating stuff, and like I said, it goes on for 2 days, Wednesday night through Friday night. So basically 48 hours. Honestly, I don't know. This isn't the one. Obviously, this is not the one where they, they fast because they're eating all the sweet stuff here. But it's a very interesting holiday. It's like I say, it's the first time I was exposed to it was in college, my freshman year, where I get there. It's very early September, and I'm like, okay, I'm all set for my first week of college. And, oh, by the way, you got 4 days off. I'm like, what? Really? Why? What am I doing? Where's everybody? I went to the State University of New York in Albany, New York, and and I did not realize it was such a heavily Jewish population there. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I love the Jews, but I'm stuck there wondering where the fuck is everybody, and it was very interesting. That's where I first came into contact with the term Jap, and I don't mean Asians. I mean the term Jewish American Princess, JAP, which in Albany, New York, at the State University of New York at Albany, there was lots. My school is a very big school. Student body was comprised of about 20,000 people, and I'd say like half of them were Jewish, easily, with half of them were Jewish. And hey, got nothing wrong with that. I bagged quite a few Jews, and I loved college. I was banging Jews, Catholics, Protestants, Hindus. I was fucking everybody I could. God bless college. And God bless, it's time for a break. I hope you feel that you learned a little something today about our Jewish friends. Let's see what else we can learn. Goyem. In case you were wondering what goyem is, goyem refers to basically non-Jews. It's very similar to the Japanese word gaijin, which means foreigner, or the Greeks used the term barbarian, which when we hear the word barbarian these days, we think Conan the Barbarian, whatever, savage sword, whatever. No, but the word barbarian originally just meant not Greek. All right, look at that little knowledge being put on here today. What can I tell you? In any case, it's time for a break, and here's more Carrie Haynes and their song Late Night Saturday. I'm Joe the Shirt. I'm off the cuff, and I'll be right back. And Joe the Shirt is once again back and off the cuff. Welcome back, everybody. Like I said, that's what I'm loving about these songs. They finish just in time. Now, as I said before, we're going to be going on vacation in a couple of days. We're leaving Saturday. We're going to be gone for a week, so it's very unlikely that you'll hear a show from me between Saturday the 7th and Saturday the 14th. I might, don't tell my girlfriend this, but I might just bring one of my other microphones, one of the smaller, easily packed ones with me, and my laptop, maybe do a show from there, if I can get the Wi-Fi or whatever, the connection. Don't tell her, all right? But one of the reasons we go around this time of year is definitely not because it's hurricane season, which it is. In Mexico, it's hurricane season in the Caribbean, but it's also going to be my birthday. You want to talk about celebrity birthdays? Hey, baby, September 10th. That's right. Hey, what? September 10th. I, Joe the Shirt, will be turning 43 years old, and looking forward to it. We always have a good time. It became a tradition a long time ago. My girlfriend and I first got together, and we went to Mexico together for the first time. It was right around at my birthday. We celebrated my birthday in Mexico, and that's what we've been doing since. So, Anyway, now, of course, our other favorite place to go to is Vegas. So I was trolling around for things you can do in Vegas, and I came across 6 absurdly expensive things to do in Vegas from a magazine here. All right. You can have a single pour of whiskey from the 50-year-old rare Balvenie 50-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey straight from the Hogshead cask in the Scottish Highlands. If you want a shot of this, and by shot we mean we're talking about 1.5 ounces, 1.5 ounces. That will run you $3,400. That better be the best shot of whiskey ever. You can also go to that, and that you can get the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas. You can also go to the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino, where Chef Hubert Keller's budget buster of a burger is full of truffles. It's called the Fleur Burger, and it's got Kobe beef stuffed with black truffles and foie gras, garnished with truffle sauce and served on brioche truffle bun. You can wash it down with a bottle of Chateau Petrus 1995 in Ickendorf Brunello stemware that is yours to keep. And you can get fries with that. The price of this burger, $5,000. What else can you do at the Encore Hotel? You can go to billionaire Steve Wynn's XS nightclub with a souvenir. Yours to keep at the Ono Cocktail. The Ono Cocktail, which is Charles Heidsieck Champagne and Remy Martin Louis the 13th Cognac, with a pair of sterling silver cufflinks and a woman's 18-karat white gold chain with a black pearl pendant. At the Encore Hotel, this will run you $10,000. Now, if you happen to go by the Palms Casino Resort, you can live life like Barbie, LeBron or Hef. The resort's collection of themed suites includes a Hoopster's Hideaway, that's basketball Hoopster's Hideaway, that sleeps 18 people, has a half basketball court and a scoreboard, a kingpin crib with 2 full-size bowling lanes, a Playboy mini mansion with an 8-foot round bed that rotates, and a shower with a stripper pole. Available for $25,000 a night. Okay, now if you go back to Mandalay Bay, you can have your very own private concert. You can have your very own private beachfront barbecue. Now Mandalay Bay, if you've never been there, one of the great things about it is its pool is designed to look like a beach. Okay, and you can have a barbecue there, your own private barbecue. Now, this will include a barbecue dinner and outdoor movies for you and your friends. Bruno Mars singing amazingly, just the way you are, costs a bit more. Talent prices start in roughly $100,000. But so let me put it this way: for a barbecue on the beach at Mandalay Bay and Bruno Mars singing to you, $100,000. And now, then of course there's the fountains at the Bellagio, playing your song. After the world-famous dancing waters are turned off for the night, a gold box is delivered to your patio seat at Hyde Bellagio's nightclub. Inside is a menu of songs and a red button. You can pick a song and press the button to turn on 4,700 lights and 1,200 fountains. Toast a moment with a 30-liter bottle of Ace of Spades champagne. What will that run you? $250,000 is what it runs you. So there you go. 6 ridiculously expensive things you can do in Las Vegas. Honestly, just going to the buffet is enough for me. That's more than expensive enough. Speaking of food, now a lot of us, myself included, enjoy going to McDonald's. And we enjoy their dollar menu. Well, you may have heard the dollar menu is getting a revamp. Apparently, McDonald's is changing its dollar menu, and which was introduced over 10 years ago. The new menu will have single burgers, more chicken options, and a double patty deluxe version of some of their burgers for roughly $1 an item. Now, what's also going to be happening is they're adding items that will cost you between $2 and $5. Now, the $5 items are dubbed, shareable, like, say, a 20-piece Chicken McNuggets. Doesn't it take away the whole dollar menu mystique then, if you're charging up to $5 for something? I mean, I don't go to the 99-cent store and expect to see stuff for $2.99, which they do have now. If you go to 99-cent store, which was recently bought out from its original owners by a Canadian company, they now have stuff that is not 99 cents. I mean, they changed the 99 cents pricing a while ago, actually. They changed it to 99.99 cents. So basically $1. They added an extra cent to what it is you pay when you go to a 99-cent store. And a couple of idiots actually tried to sue them for this, for false advertising or bait and switch. And I'm like, you know what? You buy 100 things at 99-cent store, and it costs you $99. Assuming it's all food, you pay $1 more. It's $100. You know what? You're not going broke. But now at 99-cent store, they have wines for $2.99. They have coffee for $1.99. They have milk, a gallon of milk for $2.99. They have those big bags of Doritos for $2.50. So $2.49. Excuse me. So I don't know. It doesn't feel like $1 menu anymore. Now among McDonald's we also have Wendy's is revamping its 99-cent menu to the right price size menu, the right price right size menu, which with items costing up to $2. And Trader Joe's, my favorite Trader Joe's was recently closed August 31st, right on Santa Monica Boulevard over here. It had been there since 1985. It pisses me off because that was my favorite Trader Joe's. It was easy to get there, easy to park, and it had the hottest chicks shopping there. I would go trolling there for chicks when I was single all the time. Now, if you're a wine lover and you love Charles Shaw, which has been known as $2 Chuck for God knows how long, well, you can't call it $2 Chuck anymore. You can call it $2.50 Chuck because prices have been raised 50 cents and now retails in California for $2.49. What else have we got? Okay, back to a little bit to Rosh Hashanah here. If you live in California, here in the Hollywood area, Los Angeles area, let's see. The Hollywood Temple Beth El, a conservative Ashkenazi synagogue, is holding High Holy Days services led by Rabbi Norbert Weinberg, sounds Jewish, and Cantor Alexander Berkovich. Rosh Hashanah services are scheduled September 5th at 9 a.m. and on Friday, September 6th at 9 a.m. Kol Nidri services will be held on Friday, September 13th at 6:45 p.m. Yom Kippur services are scheduled for Saturday, September 14th at 9 a.m. with Yizkor at 11:30 a.m. That's at 1317 North Crescent Heights Boulevard. You can call them for information at 323-656-3150 or email them at www.htbel.org. Let's see. Temple Beth Zion is holding High Holy Day services conducted by Rabbi Jack Schechter and Cantor Janice Gurulnik. Rosh Hashanah services will be held today, September 5th, and Friday, September 6th at 9 a.m. Kol Nidri services are scheduled for Friday, September 13th at 6:30 p.m. and Yom Kippur services will be held on Saturday, September 14th at 9:30 a.m. with Yizkor at approximately 11:30 a.m. That's at 5555 West Olympic Boulevard. You can call them also at 323-933-9136 or www.templebethzionla.org. And you can also, tonight, mind you, Rosh Hashanah at Jar. Tonight at a special Prix Fix dinner features an apple celery salad, pot roast with carrots, and caramelized onions or lemongrass chicken. Mashed potatoes and pea tendrils are served family style. Dessert is a honey roasted fig tart with mascarpone cream or chocolate pudding. The meal is $45 per person. Lobster Monday will resume on September 9th. This is at 8225 Beverly Boulevard. You can reach them at 323-655-6592. In case any of you were wondering, not one of those people is paying me to mention them. I do it only because I love my Jews. I do. I love my Jews. I love my Jews. I love my Jews. Okay, hold on a second. Got a couple of stories here that I want to vague vault. Now, in a world where we think that, especially people my age, think that technology is going a little too fast because, you know what, new stuff keeps coming out and I cannot keep up with it. There are some technologies that you think, well, why didn't they come up with this sooner? Believe it or not, they're just coming out now. Comcast Technology is hoping to have this out by the year 2014. Talking TV guide for the blind. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, why the fuck do the blind need a TV guide? They're blind. Well, as last time I checked, TV has sound as well as as video. So, believe me, I made fun of it the first time I heard this too. But the fact of the matter is, you know what? Lots of blind people, go to the movies. They go to they go to concerts. They go to they go to the circus and they watch TV. They listen to TV, and and so much of what they get, if not 100% of what they get, is sound. So a lot of blind people will listen to TV, and they will get so much from just listening. I've been able, a lot of times when I'm just cleaning the house or running errands, I will listen to something that's on TV while I'm doing stuff, and honestly, it's almost as if I can see it. And for them, it's probably not that much different. So this is a technology, you know what? It's about fucking time. Now, here's one for you. You guys remember Ariel Castro? That dickhead in Ohio that was keeping 3 women captive in his house, using them as sex slaves? Well, you know what? He killed himself. Allegedly. He allegedly killed himself. He was found hanged alone in protective custody. Ariel Castro, the man who had been sentenced to spend his life in prison for holding 3 Cleveland women captive for roughly a decade, was found hanged in his cell Tuesday night. Castro, 53, was discovered at 9:20 p.m. at Ohio Correctional Reception Center in Orient. Castro had been sentenced on August 1st to life in prison plus 1,000 years. Seems a little excessive. I mean, I doubt he was going to live much more beyond the next 20. But, that's just one of those things they throw in there to ensure that, you can't get out on, say, an appeal or probation or no, not probation, parole, that kind of thing. He'd been found guilty on 937 counts of including kidnapping and rape. Now, the guards at his prison were required, because he was in protective custody, to check on him every 30 minutes. Seems like somebody may have slipped. And this is one of those cases where, you know what? He got off easy. He really did. For what he did, rape, torture, starvation, beatings. He tied women to poles. He didn't feed them. He induced miscarriages 5 times. And then forced the woman to have sex with him that same day. He forced one woman to wear a motorcycle helmet, for days at a time. I'm glad he's dead, but I'd be even more glad if he got to spend the rest of his life, being fucked over in prison. And that is amazingly the end of my time. It really always just flies by so quickly. Thank you guys for listening. I always appreciate it as usual. I will try to get another show in, definitely by tomorrow, maybe another one today. But after that, it's all iffy. I'm Joe the Shirt. Damn, that tequila's hitting me. I'm Joe the Shirt. Thank you for listening, and I've been off the cuff. Here's more Carrie Haynes and Southern Soul.